Welcome back to Part B. We are picking up right where Part A ended with the remaining questions. Let's continue. Question 18. A cyclist set off at 10 o'clock in the morning at 40 kilometers per hour and arrived at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. How far did she travel? The rule is simple. Distance equals speed times time. First, let's find the time. From 10 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon is 3 hours. Now multiply the speed by the time, 40 times 3. That gives 120 kilometers. The answer is 120 kilometers. Option C. Question 19. Let's change 1554 from the 24-hour clock into the 12-hour clock. Here is the simple idea. The 24-hour clock keeps counting past 12 at midday all the way up to 24. So when the hour is bigger than 12, we just take away 12 to find the ordinary clock time. The hour here is 15, and 15 take away 12 is 3. The minutes, 54, stay the same, so we have 3:54. Because it is after midday, it is p.m., not a.m. So the answer is 3:54 p.m., which is option B. Question 20. We need to fill in the next two fractions in this pattern: 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and then two blanks. Let's spot the rule. To go from 1/2 to 1/4, we take half. And to go from 1/4 to 1/8, we take half again. So each fraction is simply half of the one before it. Half of 1/8 is 1/16, and half of 1/16 is 1/32. So the next two fractions are 1/16 and 1/32. Great spotting. Question 21. A triangle has an area of 299 square centimeters and a height of 23 centimeters. Let's find its base. Remember, the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. To find the base, we can turn the formula around. First, undo the 1/2 by multiplying the area by 2. 2 times 299 is 598. Then divide by the height, 23. 598 divided by 23 is 26. So the base is 26 centimeters, which is option B. Notice the answer is in centimeters, not meters. Question 22. Part A asks how many vertices a cube has, and Part B asks how many edges a cuboid has. Let's remember the words. Vertices are the corner points, and edges are the straight lines where two faces meet. Picture a cube, like a dice. It has 4 corners on the top and 4 on the bottom, so that is 8 vertices in all. A cuboid is just a stretched box, but it has the same kind of frame. It has 4 edges on top, 4 on the bottom, and 4 standing up, which makes 12 edges. So the answers are 8 vertices and 12 edges. Question 23. A square has an area of 576 square meters. Let's find its perimeter. For a square, the area is one side times itself. So to get the side back, we find the square root of the area. The square root of 576 is 24 because 24 times 24 is 576. So each side is 24 meters. The perimeter is the distance all the way around, which is 4 sides. 4 times 24 is 96. So the perimeter is 96 meters, which is option C. Question 24. A rectangular field 100 meters by 50 meters is drawn using a scale of 1 to 1000. Let's find the area of the drawing. A scale of 1 to 1000 means every real length is made 1000 times smaller on the paper. It helps to work in centimeters. 100 meters is 10,000 centimeters, and dividing by 1000 gives 10 centimeters. 50 meters is 5,000 centimeters, and dividing by 1000 gives 5 centimeters. Now find the area of the drawing. 10 times 5 is 50. So the drawing area is 50 square centimeters, which is option A. Question 25. Which of these is not a probability? 0.1, -1, 1/4, or 120%? Here is the rule. A probability is a chance, so it must always be a number from 0 to 1. 0 means it can never happen, and 1 means it is certain. Not 0.1 is between 0 and 1, so that is fine. 1/4 is also between 0 and 1, so that is fine too. But -1 is a negative number below 0, so it cannot be a probability. So the answer is B, -1. By the way, 120% is more than 1, so it is outside the range too. Question 26. One card is drawn at random from a pack of 52 cards. Let's find the probability that it is a king. Probability is the number of cards we want, divided by the total number of cards. In a pack of 52, there are 4 kings, one for each suit. So the probability is 4 out of 52. Now let's simplify. Both 4 and 52 divide by 4, so 4 over 52 becomes 1 over 13. So the probability of a king is 1/13, which is option D. Question 27. A woman borrowed 4 million francs and paid 60,000 francs in interest after 3 months. Let's find the interest rate. Simple interest equals the principal times the rate times the time. The rate is given for a whole year, so we must write the time in years. 3 months is 3 out of 12 months, which is 1/4 of a year. So 60,000 equals 4 million times the rate times 1/4. 4 million times 1/4 is 1 million, so 60,000 equals 1 million times the rate. Dividing the rate is 60,000 over 1 million, which is 0.06 or 6%. So the answer is 6%, option A. Question 28. For the numbers 60, 84, and 96, find their LCM and their GCF. The trick is to break each number into its prime factors, the little building blocks that multiply to make it. 60 is 2 squared times 3 times 5. 84 is 2 squared times 3 times 7, and 96 is 2 to the 5th times 3. For the LCM, the lowest common multiple, we take the highest power of every prime we see. That is 2 to the 5th times 3 times 5 times 7, which is 3,360. So part A is option C. For the GCF, the greatest common factor, we keep only the primes they all share at the lowest power. They all share 2 squared and 3, so the GCF is 12. Part B is option A. Question 29. A hollow culvert, like a concrete pipe, is 5 meters long. Its inner radius is 0.4 meters, and its outer diameter is 1.2 meters, so the outer radius is 0.6 meters. Take pi as 3.14 and find the volume of material used. Picture a thick pipe as a big solid cylinder with a smaller cylinder scooped out of the middle. The material left is the big volume minus the hollow part, which is pi times the big radius squared minus the small radius squared times the length. The big radius squared is 0.36 and the small is 0.16, so the difference is 0.2. Then 3.14 times 0.2 times 5 is 3.14 cubic meters. Since 1 cubic meter is 1,000 cubic decimeters, that is 3,140. The answer is option D. Question 30. 40 kilograms of flour is mixed from 2 types. One costs 1,900 francs a kilogram, the other 2,100, and the mixture sells at 2,000 francs a kilogram. Find how many kilograms of each type. Let the cheaper flour be R kilograms. Then the dearer flour is 40 minus R kilograms, because the two together make 40. The cost of both types added together must equal the total value of the whole mixture. So 1,900 R plus 2,100 times 40 minus R equals 2,000 times 40. Working this out, minus 200 R equals minus 4,000, so R is 20. That means 20 kilograms of each type. The answer is option A. Question 31. The interior angles of a regular polygon add up to 1,440 degrees. Find the number of sides, name it, and find each exterior angle. For any polygon with n sides, the interior angles always add up to n minus 2 times 180 degrees. So we set n minus 2 times 180 equal to 1,440. Dividing n minus 2 is 8, so n is 10. The polygon has 10 sides. A 10-sided polygon is called a decagon. Finally, the exterior angles of any polygon add up to 360 degrees, so each one is 360 divided by 10, which is 36 degrees. Question 32. In a town, the ratio of adults to children is 4 to 5, and the total population is 9,909 people. Find how many are adults and how many are children. Think of the town as split into equal parts. The ratio 4 to 5 means 4 parts are adults and 5 parts are children. Add them up. 4 plus 5 is 9 equal parts in total. So one part is 9,909 divided by 9, which is 1,101 people. Adults are 4 parts, that is 4 times 1,101, which is 4,404. Children are 5 parts, that is 5,505. You can check, they add back to 9,909. Question 33. A rectangle has a top side of 5x plus 5 centimeters, a bottom side of x plus 25 centimeters, and one shorter side of 2x centimeters. Find x, then the length and the width. The key fact about a rectangle is that opposite sides are equal in length. The top and the bottom are opposite sides, so 5x plus 5 must equal x plus 25. Taking x from both sides and 5 from both sides, 4x equals 20, so x is 5. Now the length is 5x plus 5, that is 5 times 5 plus 5, which is 30 centimeters. And the width is 2x, that is 2 times 5, which is 10 centimeters. Question 34. A family has 500,000 francs. Their costs are school fees 120,000, painting 100,000, food 200,000, and clothes 150,000. First, order the costs by priority, from most to least important. Food comes first because everyone must eat, then school fees, then painting, and clothes last, since new clothes can usually wait. Next, how much is needed altogether? Add them all. 120 plus 100 plus 200 plus 150,000, which is 570,000 francs. They only have 500,000, so they are short by 70,000. No, it is not enough. The sensible choice is to delay the least urgent item, the clothes, at 150,000 until later. Question 35. We have a frequency table of marks and the number of learners who got each mark. The marks are 95, 90, 85, 80, 75, 70, and 60, with 2, 3, 8, 1, 6, 3, and 2 learners. Here F is the number of learners and X is the mark. The FX column is each mark multiplied by its number of learners. First, how many learners in total? Add the frequencies. They come to 25 learners. The modal mark is the mark that most learners got. 8 learners scored 85, more than any other, so the modal mark is 85. For the mean, add up all the FX values. These total 2,000 marks. Then divide by the 25 learners, and the mean mark is 80. A few reminders before your exam. Read each question carefully and underline exactly what it asks. Show every step, because neat working earns you marks. Check your units and ask whether the answer makes sense. And if a question is hard, leave it. Do the easy ones first, then come back. Wonderful work. You've now seen a clear method for every question on this paper. Practice them in your own words, then try another past paper to grow your confidence. With NESA, you can learn, practice, and master. See you in the next one.